Today we're replacing the transmission fluid and filter in a 1999 Pontiac Grand Prix GTP. First thing, jack the car up, put it on jack stands. Crawl underneath and just remove this transmission pan. GM for some reason does not like to put drain plugs on the transmission pan, so you need to drop the whole pan. Now I'm fully expecting there to be a huge mess, so I'm going to get my blue tarp. Now what's going to happen is the more bolts you remove, the more it's going to start leaking around the edges of the pan. So get a pan, we're just going to do a little bit at a time and then let it drain. Starting to drip. So we're going to just let this drip into the pan. This thing holds a lot of fluid, 7 quarts. Pry it down a little bit to help it out. And just wait here until it finishes draining. It's almost done because it's not coming out this side anymore and the car is angled like this. Okay, let's finish taking these bolts out. Again, expect a mess when you do this. 1 bolt left. Next we gotta remove the transmission filter, which is right here. It should just pull out. Just wiggle it and it should come right out. Dropped it. There it is. This will leak a little bit more. It's a good thing I got a tarp. Okay, so now that we got the pan out, you can see right here where the gasket has failed. This is where it's leaking out from, and so we're just going to remove this old gasket, throw it in the trash, clean up the edges a little bit. Check this magnet. See all that gook? That's normal wear. The gook on the magnet is friction material from the clutches inside the transmission. As it wears over time, this will catch it. Anything that the filter doesn't catch, this will catch so it doesn't hurt the internal components of the transmission. So just wipe all this off. I'm going to reuse the fluid that came out. That is because I put that fluid in yesterday. If you watch my video, my quick tip video, then you'll see why. But this video is, I mean, this fluid is only a day old, so I'm just going to reuse the one that came out. But if you're doing it at home, obviously you would do this and replace the fluid. The only reason I'm doing this is because the gasket failed. So we got our new gasket here. We're just going to lay it on. You do not need RTV for these gaskets. Gaskets are meant to seal leaks, so most of the time they don't need any help with that unless the manual calls for it. So what I might do, I don't have any RTV actually either. I might use some just to make this stick to the pan so it's easier and it won't slide around when I'm trying to install it. But if you put it in like this, it will be fine. You don't, and especially don't do the whole RTV, then gasket, and then RTV, because if you're the next guy coming around and you have to take that off, then you're stuck scraping all this RTV off the pan and the transmission, and that's never fun. So do it right. Time to install it along with the new filter. So in goes the new oil filter. Make sure it's fully seated on there. Just gonna put the pan up there and install a bolt on each side. As soon as you get a bolt on each side, then you're golden. So now we're just gonna install all the bolts, just finger tight for now. Now these oil pan bolts do not get torqued very tight. Ideally, you should get an inch-pound torque wrench and torque them to about maybe, I think it's 9 foot-pounds, around there, because you have to torque each one evenly. But most people don't have torque wrenches or won't go out to buy one, because I mean, you know, if you don't do this stuff most of the time, you're not going to have one. So get a nut driver, not a ratchet. A ratchet is too easy to over tighten. So I'm just going to get a nut driver and then just go around using the nut driver helps you not to over tighten. Okay, let's go fill it up. Just gonna pull the dipstick, lay it off to the side. With the funnel, we're gonna fill it through the dipstick. Now we're gonna go underneath and check for leaks. Okay guys, there's no leaks. So next thing to do is we're gonna start it up and go underneath and check for leaks again, and then we are done. Okay, let's start her up. And no leaks, guys. Next we lower the car. And now we're going to check the transmission fluid and add fluid appropriately. When you fill through the dipstick, you need to wait a little while, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, until the fluid goes down the tube. Otherwise, you'll see it all over your stick and you'll get a false reading. Okay guys, that's it. Thanks for watching.